ESPN's NFL draft aficionado Todd McShay, Todd released his post-Super Bowl mock draft, his 2.0 on Wednesday. Now, this is what happens where we say really nice things, love and respect Todd McShay, definitely an OG in the game, and then just savage him, then just tear him a new one. That's how it works. Because I do have a major problem with his mock draft 2.0 for the Minnesota Vikings, and it has nothing to do with the player. So he mocked Elijah Vera-Tucker, the pride of USC, to the Vikings at 14. And I have no problem with AVT. I have a problem with the process, so we'll get into that in a sec. So here's what he wrote. Quote, Minnesota will take a long look at the pass rushers on the board, and it might decide someone like TCU safety Trevon Moehrig is worth the grab here, but the Vikings offense starts with a good zone blocking scheme, and Vera-Tucker excels there with a feel for angles and blocking at the second level. I like how Ezra Cleveland, last year's second rounder, has fit into the Vikings offensive line puzzle, but more help is needed in protecting quarterback Kirk Cousins and springing running back Dalvin Cook on big runs. Plus, Vera-Tucker can play tackle or guard. So now I have no problem with the pick. And 14 does seem a little bit rich for guard. And I know that people are raving about Elijah Vera-Tucker playing left tackle for USC this year, but it wasn't as good as him playing guard last year. So I think that he is going to be a guard exclusively in the National Football League. But a major position of concern and need for the Vikings. AVT is a baller. But here's my problem. So in his mock draft version 1.0, released on January 7th, he had the Vikings going with Christian Darrisaw, the pride of Virginia Tech, at 14, and I loved it. He's a premier left tackle prospect, very well-rounded, phenomenal in pass sets, gets after in the run game. Sorry, you're going to have to live with it, Ezra. You're going to be a guard. It's fine. But in version 2.0, Darrisaw got past the Vikings, and he fell all the way to the Steelers at 24. Elijah Vera-Tucker in version 1.0 wasn't even in the first round. So what changed? So why does Darrisaw fall 10 spots for no reason? And why does Vera-Tucker suddenly jump from outside the first round all the way up to 14? Because Darrisaw and Tucker didn't play in the Senior Bowl because they're juniors. So there's no new tape. There's no new on-field information. There's nothing. So sure, he may have gotten word from scouts or decision makers that, hey, we saw version 1.0, you're too high on Darrisaw, you're too low on Elijah Vera-Tucker, sure. Or did he see that Mel Kiper, his colleague at ESPN, had Elijah Vera-Tucker to the Vikings at 14 and then followed suit? Could be all of those things, right? But it's just odd. It is. And given the choice between Darrisaw and AVT at 14, I would take Darrisaw 10 times out of 10. Left tackle is still infinitely more important than a guard spot, and I think the AVT is going to be a guard in the NFL. So I don't get it. I don't understand. And we get that every single mock draft can't be the same. It'd be boring as hell, even in this weird season where there's no formal combine, that the information is going to be relatively stagnant. I mean, pro days are going to be pro days. It's whatever. But yeah, every single mock draft from version 1.0 to 7.0 to 14.0 to 69.0, nice. Like they can't be the same. You need new things to talk about. You need to introduce new information and different scenarios. But, I mean, provide better context. I mean, why did the Vikings pass on Darrisaw this time around and go with a dude who wasn't even a first-round pick last time, and a guy who's probably just going to be stuck at guard in the NFL? So, I don't know. But long story longer, I mean, maneuver and get both of them. Why not? I mean, if Darrisaw gets by the Chargers at 13, I think that's going to be the spot the Vikings have to worry about the most. Take him at 14 and then find a way with their myriad of third and fourth round picks to get back into the back end of the first round and take Elijah Vera-Tucker. Woo! You would love it, man. So left to right, it would be Darrisaw. You're going to cut Riley Reef. That's fine. Elijah Vera-Tucker, Garrett Bradbury, Ezra Cleveland, and Brian friggin' O'Neill. The real deal. Let's go. I mean, let's go. Yeah. But your thoughts? You got problems? Todd McShay, Mock Draft 2.0. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work poll on the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.